Be a breadwinner, you can be a breadwinner. Girl, go and get that. You can achieve that.
Hello and welcome to another Breadwinning Wednesday. I am your host, Jamila Payne, CEO at Daily Success Routine. And today we have another session planned for you where we're going to be talking about 3 ways to make more high in sales. So if this is your first Breadwinning Wednesday, then give me a 1 in the chat. Let me know that this is your first Breadwinning Wednesday. If you are just joining us for the first time for Breadwinning Wednesday. Hello, Lisa. Hey, Cecilia. So glad that you can make it. Phyllis is here. Excited that you could make it also, Phyllis. Welcome, Cecilia. I'm curious, what kind of business do you have? What kind of company are you currently operating? Let me know in the chat. And if you are watching live from inside of the Breadwinning Women Community, then say hello in the chat there or throw some likes and hearts up on this video. And I will also definitely shout you out. Before I start, I actually have a very special announcement for you, which will be great for those that have been curious about Breadwinners Mastermind, or you've been thinking, hey, I like this Jamila person. I want to work with her, or I want to learn more about what she does, or I love her stuff. Then you're actually going to be in for a treat. So next week, I'm hosting a live coaching session. So you can experience what it's like to be able to get coached by me or work with me or how I coach my clients. And the experience is called Signature Service Makeover. It's our free challenge where you will have the opportunity to put together a signature offer, up level your pricing to make sure that you are priced profitably. We're going to talk about how to position yourself in the marketplace. We're going to talk about how to message yourself as a 5-star service provider. Basically, I have a lot of gold that's going to be covered next week. And so I want to make sure that you can get in on that. And we're doing something really, really, really special as a part of Signature Service Makeover. And that is live makeovers. So one of my favorite parts of our Signature Service Makeover event is I essentially bring people to the virtual stage, our Zoom room, and I will live coach you on an aspect of your business. So you can pick which aspect, whether you want to be coached around your pricing and get help around pricing your offers more profitably, whether you want to get help around selecting what offers in your business you should focus on. Maybe you got a lot of ideas for courses and coaching or consulting services you want to provide. Maybe you got all these different things inside of your business that you're offering and you're looking for some help to slim those things down. Or you're trying to figure out what your transformation is going to be in the marketplace so that you have a clear message to be able to attract high-end buyers. So basically, I'm going to be coaching you on whichever aspect you choose. So the way that this works is you want to do 2 things in order to get access to this. Number 1 is you want to go to breadwinningbusiness.com/makeover. That's breadwinningbusiness.com/makeover. That will give you the ability to register for the event, the Signature Service Makeover event. Okay, so that's just step 1. But then you want to get yourself into one of these coaching sessions. Now, because there's only going to be each session on every day, like I'm going to cover a little bit of a topic, like I'll cover a little bit about pricing, and then we're going to live coach on pricing. Okay, because there's only going to be, I would say, somewhere between like 30 and 40 minutes for the coaching. I can only take a certain number of people. So 2 people, maybe 3 people max per day. So there's only going to be a limited number of slots. So we're going to be doing this for a part of the week next week, the live makeovers. I'm planning for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for live makeovers. So if you want to grab one of those spots and get live coached, then you need to grab the spot on my calendar. Now, let me say this. There is a limited number of spots. So only sign up if you're absolutely sure you can attend and participate in Signature Service Makeover. It's happening Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 6 p.m. that I'm going to be doing the live makeovers and the coaching sessions, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you know, like, listen, I want one of those spots, I'm going to be ready to go next Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whichever day works for you, then go ahead and fill in the calendar, sign up for your coaching session and grab one of those coveted spots, because I am announcing this to our community, basically the Breadwinning Women Community, before we make it available to the public. Now, once we make it available to the public, those slots are going to go fast. I want you to get first dibs on those slots. So sign up. The link is in the chat so that you can grab one of the spots for the Signature Service Makeover, those live makeover sessions that I'm going to be doing next week. I literally cannot wait. Like, I am so pumped for the sessions next week. Okay, so that's my big announcement that I wanted to share with you before we jump into today's session, all about 3 ways to make more high-end sales. If you are planning to come to SSM Signature Service Makeover next week, give me a Y for yes in the chat if you are planning to attend Signature Service Makeover next week. I'm really, really, really excited about it. Okay, so while you're commenting in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and get started on today's session. Now, here's the thing. When you think about, I know because I talk to the women in this community, and when you think about attracting high-end clients, what I often hear you thinking about is feeling like you have a need to just grow your audience, right? Because the people that might be following you aren't engaging you. So you have people that are following you, the people that are following you aren't always engaging. And so you think like, oh, I need to grow my audience. But what I see happening in the marketplace and what I want to share with you is that a lot of high-end buyers don't actually engage, meaning they're not the people that are always commenting on every single thing. Like, it's just not common that a lot of high-end buyers are always commenting. Not that they don't ever comment, okay, because they do, but it's not that they're always commenting, especially when they're exploring working with someone. Sometimes they're just observing, they're just watching, they're just getting to know the person, see if they can learn more about them, see if they can learn more about what they do and how they work, until they get to a point of making a decision. And when they get to a point of making a decision, you can feel like this person came out of nowhere, right? Like, where did they come from? Like, I didn't even know who this person is, right? It's like the magic of doing business online. But literally, this person could have been following you, watching you, what we call in marketing, lurking around, right? Like eyeballing you, checking you out. They could have been doing that for days, weeks, months, sometimes even years before they get to a point of actually making a decision and move forward. So first things first, I want you to know that if you're not seeing a lot of engagement on your socials and you're not seeing a lot of people that are liking everything you do or commenting on everything you do, when you feel like you're posting to crickets and nobody's seeing what you're doing, listen, I've definitely felt that at times where I'd be like, where's the love at? Like, what's going on? But yet, people still reach out. People are still saying, how can I work with you? I want to learn more about how you work or what you do, right? So I want you to know, and I don't want you to feel like that you're doing something wrong if the high-end buyers are always liking and commenting on your stuff. So I also don't want you to think that you need a large audience in order to make consistent sales in your business. You don't need a large audience. I have clients that are inside of our Breadwinners Mastermind who have with, 200 or 300 people, for example, in their Facebook community. In some cases, less. We have had clients that have less than 100 people, in their Facebook community or in their LinkedIn community, as an example, and they are still bringing in clients. So that having 300 people in your audience is not a lot of people. If you have 300 people, but here's the thing that I want you to think about. If you had 300 people that were sitting in your living room, you would feel like, Dave, we got a lot of people in my house right now, right? Your house would probably feel overloaded. You probably might not even, I know I couldn't fit 300 people in my living room. They would have nowhere, I think they definitely wouldn't have anywhere to sit, but they wouldn't have anywhere to stand either, okay? So, so it's funny how when you think about it in terms of somebody being in your home, in your living room, 300 people seems like a lot of people. But for some reason, when we think about it in terms of the online world and our social media, it feels like it's just an itty bitty teeny bit of people. You feel like 300 is nothing, right? So I want you to be able to shift your perspective to what a lot of people actually is when it comes to your sales, or when it comes to your sales and attracting high-end buyers, because you don't actually need a lot of people and you absolutely don't need a big audience to be able to connect with people and make more sales in your business. Now, client acquisition is the most important part of your business. It's a priority. You want to make sure that you are consistently acquiring clients, or at least have a method that you can use to be able to consistently create clients. And so I want to share with you 3 things that you can do, 3 ways to be able to make more high-end sales in your business. Okay, so the first things first is sales come from creating conversations on a daily basis. And those conversations get created in a lot of ways. I know you might be doing sales calls, for example. Maybe sales calls are one way that you're looking to bring in clients. Well, the reason why sales calls are so effective is because it's a conversation, right? Like you're asking specific question. If you like, for those of you that are in Breadwinners Mastermind or have been in Breadwinners Mastermind, right, you have had the experience of utilizing the 6-figure sales script in order to have those sales conversations. So you know how to take a person through a flow from being able to go from cold to close. I feel like I'm going to cough. Excuse me. You know how to take a person from going from cold to close. So sales calls are great because it's a conversation where you can actually present an opportunity to work with a person. That's why, so it doesn't have to be in a sales conversation, although that is a really good way to have a conversation happen. You might also use direct messaging as a conversation. The thing is, you want to think about how are you creating conversations. Even right now, with me doing this live video, right? It's me creating a conversation with you, right? Like you can type questions in the chat. You can unmute and ask questions live. It's an opportunity for us to be in conversation. When you're doing something like a live video, it's allowing you to create a conversation amongst more than one people. Now, one of the common things that I see happening when it comes to creating conversations, and you might see this, there's a lot of talk on online right now about not doing sales calls. And I feel like there's just, I don't know if it's like the times that we're in, because we're in such a digital tech community that people just kind of want to be on their phones and talking to people on their phones and text messaging on their phones, right? People want to be in that kind of energy. And so you have found a lot of people that at one point, because they may be more introverted in their personalities, that they were pulling away from sales calls. Give me a T in the chat if that's true for you. Like if you feel like you have a more introverted personality, and so it's been a little scary for you to be on sales calls or having sales conversations with people. But let me tell you this. It is literally one of the best things that you could do in your business. Number one, it's tried and true and proven. And so it's definitely going to make sure that you are um, like getting in front of people and able to have the right conversation, especially if you have a proven sales script to take you through that conversation. But I really want to encourage you that even if you're an introvert, like believe it or not, like I'm an introvert, like I get recharged from going inward, and I can be social, I can be social butterfly, but I am not an extroverted person who is like, you know, just, always putting myself out there and all of that stuff. Like I'm not that person. I'm an introverted person. Your sales calls are like literally the best way to create conversations with people, um, because you get to learn so much in the conversation. You get to learn about them, you get to learn about their needs, you get to learn about their desires. I had a great sales call today with someone who ended up becoming a client, and like I got to learn so much about her. And if you don't have a practice of bringing in clients on a regular basis, what I mean is like you have clients that are coming in, weekly or monthly, or, on some kind of regular cadence, then sales calls are going to be a really great learning tool for you and a really great way to have those conversations so that you can get a lot more learnings done with the people that you want to become your potential clients. Okay, I see the T's popping up for true. Yeah, so there are a lot of other um, introverted people, not just me, right? So, but I cannot tell you enough how those calls are going to absolutely be a game changer for you. So I want to encourage you to find ways of getting comfortable with them and having, like, it's literally you're just talking to someone, you're just asking questions, you're just getting to know more about them in order to have a great conversation. Okay, so that's number one, right? In order to make more high in sales, you need to make more conversations happen in your business. And so we talked about a couple ways to do that. So it could be DM conversations, it could be on the telephone, it could be video where there's a back and forth where a person can ask questions, or you can get feedback, or they can post questions. Like those are ways to create conversations. So I want you to think about, like, if you have not, if you're not bringing in the amount of sales that you want to bring in, then I want you to think about how many conversations are you creating on a daily and weekly basis? Are you actively talking to people? The clients are not going to just come to you magically. You need to actually be having conversations with people in order to close those sales. Okay. The second way to make more high in sales is to really deliver a high quality service to your current clients, so that current clients will also be inspired to refer business. Inside of Breadwinners Mastermind with our clients, we offer a referral bonus. So basically, if a client, and we do this for our alumni as well. So if a client refers someone, or if an alumni refers someone to our program who ultimately becomes a client, we offer a financial referral bonus to that client. So we actually incentivize within our community for people to do referrals. So if you don't have a referral incentive, that may be something that you want to look at inside of your business. It doesn't have to be a cash amount. We offer a cash amount. It doesn't have to be a cash amount though. Your referral bonus could literally be a gift that you're giving someone. I have a client that she gives Wawa or Starbucks gift cards to people that refer to her. You could have a referral gift. Maybe you're sending them flowers or some kind of, like, box of chocolates or something fun like that you're doing, or a gift card is always nice. Gift card to Starbucks, Target, Amazon, like popular common places that people can go to nationally, right? Where there's stores anywhere, like, even if you live in a remote area, right? Like there's going to be a Target somewhere. in a drivable distance, right? Or there's definitely going to be a Starbucks somewhere in a drivable distance. So you can set up a referral program where you are incentivizing people in order to send you sales is definitely a way of being able to bring in more high-end sales, like incentivizing your current customers to refer people. Okay, so let's talk about the third way to bring in more high-end sales. And this is one of my personal favorites, and it's basically re-enrolling existing clients. So you may have clients that are currently working with you who are terming out, meaning that their contract may be coming to an end. They're going to finish up the period with that you were working together, whether that's a 12-week period or 3-month period or 6-month period or 12-month period, no matter how long the engagement is for the clients to work with you. And what you can essentially do is invite them to work with you again, to continue working with you, right? A lot of clients, when their time is up, they're not actually ready for it to end. Like there's still more work that they want to do, or there's another level of mastery that they want to develop in working with you. And so it would be really, really advantageous of you to make the offer to your potential clients. Like, I don't care, even if you're on a project, like this still works in your business if you have a project type of client where you are like, I use the professional organizing as an example a lot, right? Phyllis has a professional organizing business. And so a lot of her clients will be project-based, where she's doing their home office, or she's doing a closet makeover for them, or she's doing their kitchen pantry or a specific area of the house. So even though that project ends, you can say, hey, are there other projects that you would like for me to work on? Or, hey, if I'm doing your kitchen, what about your home office? Hey, summer's coming. Are you planning to have people over for barbecues, or there is an area of your house that you want to get prepared that you will make you feel like your house is more guest friendly or ready for guests? So I don't care what type of business that you have in terms of the term of your service or how your service works, whether it is project based, whether it is timeline based, it does not matter. You can totally invite a person to work with you again. And I remember a time in my business, this happened a few years ago, where during one of the years of my business, I don't remember specifically what all was going on, but most of the business that came in that year was actually from re-enrollments for existing clients. So I believe I was ill. I believe I was ill. And so we weren't doing a lot of marketing and things like that we would normally be doing. And so a lot of our business came from people that were in our group coaching program, and people that were one-on-one clients that were continuing to re-enroll for multiple terms, right? So we had some people that were working on a 6-month period who re-enrolled for another 6 months, or they went from 6 months to 12 months. And we had people who were in our year-long program who re-enrolled for another year or another 2 years. So this is a very lucrative way for you to be able to continue to support your existing clients. I don't want you to feel like in your business, you always need to be chasing a new client. Like it's very advantageous to be able to provide exceptional service to your current clients so that you can get them coming back to you. So here's your big takeaway for today, or the big action item. I would actually love to hear from you, like what your big takeaway is, but I want to give you a homework assignment that you could do for today. And that big homework assignment is to go to one of your existing clients or one of your past clients and invite them to work with you again, right? So I want to hear, whether it be next week or the week after, you sharing of how you got new business because you got an existing client to re-enroll with you, or you got a past client to start working with you again. And literally all you have to do is make the ask. Like literally it just comes down to making an ask. Okay, so let's recap 3 ways to bring in more high-end sales. So number 1 is you want to create more conversations amongst the audience that you do have. And remember, we talked about it. You don't need to have a big audience. You can have a small audience. I don't care how many people you're starting out. If you're just starting out with like, 50, 100, 200, 300, 500 people on your email list, how do you start getting in conversation with those people? We talked about lots of different ways of doing that. Okay, number 2 is to offer a referral incentive to your existing clients. So a referral incentive program that would encourage people to refer other people. And again, you can do this to past clients. Don't think like, well, if you're not, if there's no one right now that you feel like that you're currently working with, that it would be great to offer a referral incentive to, then go back to some of your past clients and offer referral incentives for past clients. Okay. And then number 3 is to invite existing clients to re-enroll and work with you again. Okay, so those are 3 ways to make more high-end sales. So if you love today's session and you have a question about anything that we talked about, then feel free to post your question in the chat, or you can unmute and ask your question live. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing any comments inside of the Breadwinning Women community. Okay, it looks like I didn't miss anything over there. Now, don't forget, SSM is next week. So it kicks off on June 20th, which is Monday already. Oh my gosh. So the day after Juneteenth, okay? So June 20th, it kicks off. So make sure that you are joining us for SSM. And again, the link to register is breadwinningbusiness.com/makeover, breadwinningbusiness.com/makeover to sign up. And then once you register for the event, you want to sign up for your live makeover session. And the link for that is in the comments as well to sign up for your live makeover session. All right, that is today's Breadwinning Wednesday. I look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks so much for spending this time with me. And oh, wait, I was just checking the chat and make sure I didn't miss any questions here. Oh, you're so welcome. I see thank yous popping up in the chat. You're so welcome. All right, so have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.